I grew up on an island with one rule: never talk about the other island. None of us remembered it being there before. The air was different as we climbed, heavy and warm, like the weather had changed without warning. The trees swayed gently, but the grass up on the slope moved just a little too much. Jonah took the lead, Sam just behind him. Then Nathan, Eli, and me. We'd only made it about 30 or 40 paces up the trail when Nathan came to a stop. At first, I thought he was just catching his breath. But then I noticed where he was looking up the slope, toward the tall grass hugging the hillside. I followed his gaze and froze. She was so close. A very tall woman. She wasn't walking. Wasn't moving at all. Just standing in the grass like she'd been waiting for us to see her. No one spoke. No one moved. Even the wind kept going like she wasn't part of the world. The grass around her swayed. Her dress clung damply to her legs, but she didn't shift, didn't breathe. Her arms hung straight at her sides, too straight, too heavy, like she didn't know how they were supposed to work. She stood maybe 10 yards uphill, close enough to see the wrongness in how she carried herself. Her posture looked almost human, like a figure drawn from memory by someone who'd never actually seen one. That's when I realized what had hooked in my brain. Everything around her moved. But she didn't, not even a twitch. "Do you see her?" Ellis' voice was low, tight, like he wasn't sure if he was talking to us or himself. Of course we saw her. None of us had looked away. It felt like blinking might break. Some invisible barrier and make her come closer. Then she smiled. I didn't understand why it made my stomach twist at first. It wasn't exaggerated. It wasn't monstrous. It was subtle, just wrong. Her mouth stretched into what should have been a smile, but the shape was off. The corners bent down instead of up, like someone had tried to mimic it from memory and gotten the geometry wrong. But the rest of her face, the parts that move when you smile, those were perfect. The cheeks lifted, the skin around her eyes crinkled. That mismatch was worse than anything else. Her eyes were kind. Genuinely kind, not cold, not distant. She looked at us the way a mother looks at her children. There was warmth in her expression, and it made my skin crawl in a way I still can't explain. I can tell you this: if I'd known then what I know now about that woman, I would have turned and swum back out into the water. I would have taken my chances with the sharks. Gladly, she raised her arm. The motion was slow, unnatural, like her joints didn't belong to her.